So I'm going to talk about how to remove the bezel ring from gauges. These are crimped on or rolled on. To remove them, it's quite difficult unless you have the proper tool, which I don't. The typical way of doing it is what's often referred to as a can opener, and there's one here where the chap has done exactly that. So you can see that they've gone round and basically just lifted the edge up using probably a screwdriver or something. So this is my toolkit for working on various metal pieces, but there's tools for working on the gauges. Let's see what we've got. So, small peen hammer with a nice clean face, which is really important. I do need to get a plastic version of this, but this is so light, really, it works fine. This is a sandbag. This is an important piece of kit. So these parts here together, this piece, this piece, this piece, right, these all screw together like so, and so. This bridge piece goes on here, goes down, and what it does is it pushes down on a part of the gauge. In this case, it's convenient to push down on this part, and it just compresses the seal that's here, and it allows you to roll or put this, peen this edge down again. So that's a really important part. And the other equally important part is this here, and this is my edge lifting tool. All this stuff is on to protect the working edge. So this is it. I'll do some close-ups of this, but if you can see, it's profiled, so there's a curve here, there's a curve here, it's been relieved here, and it's got a very fine edge on here which is curved as well. Right, now this started life as a glass breaker, so to grind this down I used a flapper wheel, right, very slowly removing material until you got the curve you wanted, right. And in this part, when we get to here, what you don't want to do is put excessive heat in. There's a little bit of excessive heat there, if you see, but as that's on the rolled edge it doesn't really matter. But if I had similar heat here, what that would do is temper that edge and make the edge soft, and the tool then becomes useless. Okay, so this part here, I finish this off either with a Dremel or more likely a file, just to get that final edge on. And what it does, if I can get a gauge, is you get the edge and then you roll it backwards. There are also these in the box, and what these are brass pin punches, and these are used to reset the edge of the bezel. There are two other items. I don't keep them in this box because they'll get damaged. This is an oiler. It's a watch oiler, so the oil is very thin, and really important is this item here. So what this is it's a needle puller. Now you can get the needles off by using what are basically very small curved spatulas. You put them underneath and lever them off. It's a terrible idea. We don't. My background's marine, and we definitely don't do that. We used to make these ourselves, but this is one you can commercially buy. It's about £6. All you do is you put it underneath the needle, screw this down, and it'll lift the needle off really easy. So, you know, if you're gonna do this, you definitely need to be buying one of these, or make your own, but preferably buy. I'm going to try and show this tool being used in action if I can. So you grip the edge, close the tool, and then slowly pull it back, little bit by little bit. The more you do, the easier it starts to get. So get in, grip, pull back, You can hear it just jumping off. There's not a lot you can do about that. But in, tight, pull back, and then you just slowly work your way around. As I say, you grip, slightly pull back, grip, slightly pull back, and then just work your way around the gauge. So that's it, just about finished. It's taken around about 20 minutes. So hopefully it should come off now. There you go. You can see it's not perfect, but it's not bad the way it's pulled off. So now what I'll do is I'll show you how to put the thing back on again. So this is a gauge in the clamp ready to reset the bezel. So what this is made of is it's a steel plate. This is a PTFE piece, just two M8 stud bars, and this is a piece of angle iron. The most expensive part of this was the PTFE sheet. That was, quite expensive. You could probably do away with that and just use something like this, which is just a piece of foam, be equally as good. So very little clamping pressure. I just watch to see when you see the body just push down onto the rubber. As soon as you see that, that's enough. And what that's doing is it creates an even pressure around the edge of the bezel, and the edge of the bezel is curved. So when you come to reset it, because there's even pressure all the way around, it means that you're not going to create flat spots as you're striking down onto it. So to reset the bezel, there is a proper tool for this, by the way. It looks, if you like the reverse of a can opener. I've been looking for one, can't find one. If I do get the money to buy a lathe, I'll probably make one. But in the meantime, this is how I do it. So you just go onto the edge, very gentle tap, and along, and along, and along. I don't know if you can see that, but the edge is going down quite nicely. I'll carry on with this, go all the way around, and then we'll have a look to see what it looks like when it's finished. And that's it, finished. So I've been all the way around. So just take it out. And that's a bezel reset, nice and tight.